I moved here at the age of approximately 6. I want to say it was 1975. We relocated from Mississippi, so I really don't have a lot of knowledge of what Gary really used to be like in its heyday, but I have seen the decline since then. But things are turning around, and it's a slow process. We didn't get this way overnight, and it's not gonna turn around overnight. But we have to start somewhere.
Every time I have an opportunity to talk to mayors, to talk to other elected officials about the Diagnostic Center, I sing their praises because it has absolutely had a positive impact on us in the city of Gary.
The Diagnostic Center is a technical assistance resource. We work with communities who approach the Diagnostic Center with their particular justice issue. We partner with them to really develop a comprehensive analysis of what that particular justice issue is, match that with a set of recommendations that has training and technical assistance attached to it. When the mayor approached the Diagnostic Center, they were starting to see some real spike in the homicide numbers. They were also having some, I think, concerns just with trying to implement some new strategies and needed some assistance in trying to look at what those might be.
The work that we do with the Diagnostic Center, with the police department, with our other departments is so important because we believe that we owe legacy residents who have been here through the good and the bad, the opportunity to have a city that we all believe that Gary can be. And so it's a matter of community restoration for us.
So we brought in a team of Diagnostic Center folks. We identified also 2 subject matter experts that could really help with just sort of that community engagement, sort of broader look at violent crime, just to really get those qualitative themes and concerns that folks had about what was going on in the city, sort of the perception of the city being a violent place, which certainly has impacts beyond just public safety, but to economic development and some of those other broader municipal things that the city was trying to work with.
I will credit the Diagnostic Center because when they first came in, they brought in a team and they actually helped bridge some of the gap between the public and the police department as well, because as you know, the community is not more inclined to actually deal with the police. So it was that third-party interaction that helped us bridge that gap. And we want more involvement with the community because we want the community to have a voice, and the Diagnostic Center opened those doors for us. And when we first, the mayor and I, we first approached the Diagnostic Center, that was one of the main things I told the mayor. I said, this will open a lot of doors for the city of Gary.
When they first started Gary for Life, which was April of 2015, it was like, oh, here comes another initiative, here comes another, is it here today, gone tomorrow. And the success that it had with the 2 groups that it did, it was like everyone was like, wow, maybe there is some success. And where I'm going with that is the MAG unit, which is a multi-agency gang unit, which is comprised of 6 people. We have 1 sergeant and 5 investigators in that unit. And then we looked at 1 month, and it was in the mid of summer, and we had, I think it was 1,243 calls for service. In the month that we were in, the next month, we dropped that to 543 calls for service. So it was like a over 50% reduction in calls. So the big part with the Gary for Life is just not the enforcement side. When we go and we talk about Gary for Life, the model that we're using is not just about locking a guy up and putting him in jail. And that's where my counterpart, Joy Holiday, comes in. And it's the social service side. And it's just not social services, it's quality of life.
Gary for Life is an umbrella, and under that umbrella exists anything that has to do with the effect of public safety. So that goes into the blight that's in our community, that speaks to our abandoned buildings and rehabilitation, having community meetings, providing our citizens with voices. All of that exists under that umbrella for Gary for Life. And I think that the Diagnostic Center really opened our eyes up to say that you have to become engaged. We, as a municipality, has to become engaged with the community, and it's our responsibility to do that and to set that table.
And it helps that the children see the police in a different light. You know, just a regular person, yes, we do have an authoritative position, but we're people. We're community members, we are parents, we're children, we're brothers, we're sisters. We are the same as everyone else.
Once the public feels that they have trust in you, they will do the right thing. So it's imperative that when we're out there, we let them know that, hey, we're here working for you.
One of the biggest lessons learned is we have to overcome that old stigma of police departments and media not being able to work together. We're both at fault for it. But the fact is, we need each other and we have to be able to work together.
The first thing we have to do, we have to sit down and meet with the media and let the media know that they're our friend and we're their friend as well, so that we can change the perspective of how people look at and view our city. So the Diagnosis Center, it does a lot more than what people think that they do.
You have to be able to wear more than one hat. And that's what I really appreciated about myself in community policing. It allowed me to be able to realize that, hey, right now I'm not dealing with the low percentage of the people that's causing the majority of the crime. I'm dealing with the good citizen right now, so I have to be able to put on a different hat to be able to deal with those individuals. And it's just trying to get everybody into that focus and that mindset. And I think once we get there, we get everybody to buy in, or the majority of the department to buy in, I think we'll definitely be in a lot better place, which then will allow for other companies and bigger companies to come in and want to build off of that, because they realize that we've made the city safe. So, and that's my goal, my push, and I think it is the same thing for the mayor and the chief. So I'm enjoying this. I'm definitely enjoying this.